live video of this because like Matt, you couldn't see how like excited Matthew was and how like giddy he was to be learning new stuff, and it's super fun watching him learn.
I noticed that, and I noticed the fact that the second that I like interjected something, he kind of took a couple seconds to register what I said and process.
He was like, wait, someone's talking to me. Hold,
He's
please.
like, hang on, let me process this.
Yeah,
okay, we're good.
That's what I'm super pumped about, dude, because like you're learning new skills, you keep on progressing, you're doing your own self-taught like.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's so many resources out there, right?
Yeah.
You basically just look at what other people do and try and do the same thing, learn about it, learn, practice, repeat. And
right.
I've been doing that for, pretty consistently, putting in a lot of hours for 3 years now. And I've gotten somewhere. It shows.
I'm showing them one of the most recent photos.
Yeah.
These haven't been put onto the website. Sorry, guys, you don't know what I'm talking about because it's an upcoming project that we can't.
We don't. But
we can discuss
so
how we're
good,
doing
dude.
it. We're gonna have we're working with Disney on a recipe for the Nutcracker in the Four Realms, which. You know what? Maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun movie.
I wanted to see that, and I didn't get a chance.
It's definitely a youth-based holiday movie, and if you go in expecting anything more than a kids' movie, you're going to probably be pretty disappointed. But it's a fun movie, and they asked us to create a recipe for it, and we're actually going to be, I think, going out to LA Cookie Con and,
nice.
Hanging out with them and showcasing our recipe. So
Cookie Con.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing. Who
have
knew?
any of you heard of LA Cookie Con?
Hell no.
It was completely new to me. I had to look it up.
It was new to us, but it's a sold out event.
It's
I'm
a
like,
thing.
Duff Goldman's gonna be there.
And it's not just that; it's a big thing.
The guy from Zumbo's Just Desserts, like Adrian Zumbo, the bald guy. I think he's bald.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the bald guy. He kind of looks like Ron Ben Israel, the other Sweets guy, who I think is also bald. I don't know. Maybe you just when you work with hot sugar, you don't have hair. Maybe that's a thing.
So where in LA is this?
Anaheim. It's at the Anaheim Convention Center. Rosanna Pansino's gonna be there.
So this is like a legit thing.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Duff Goldman's a big deal.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But I mean. Never ever heard of it until you guys just
we don't bake, so
Con. Like,
yeah, we didn't know this was a thing either. We were like when they pitched it to us, we were just kind of like, okay, that's a thing.
Yeah,
I like when
LA's
I went to
not too far.
When I went to look it up, I was like, oh, what is this thing? Like something with 500 bakers show up and they all just talk shop and and then no, this is like a big to do, and I'm like, well,
cool, that'll be cool.
Cool. So we've got a giveaway for that coming up, and we've got, there's lots of stuff on the table. Always, we're never not busy.
Yeah, always hustle. That's the real trick of any side project or anything you're trying to get off the ground is like always hustle.
Just keep at it, dude.
Yep.
Feet to the ground.
Someday we'll hit 10,000 followers.
No shit. No shit.
I'm trying my best.
Oh my god, it's literally killing me.
You can fucking grab it. It's like
it's 800 people.
I know.
We are like 800 followers away, and it just won't happen. Thank you, Instagram's algorithm. Not friend of the show.
Boom.
I am.
Instagram,
you are not a friend of the show. Stupid algorithms. It's killing me.
Whew. Yeah, a lot of posts going around and being like, hey, like this, comment on this, to do all this, to
that's
get prominence.
That's why when you get when you see people doing Instagram and Facebook giveaways now, it's always saying tag a friend or make a comment on the post, because the more comments you do on your friends' posts and more likes you give them and all that, the more you engage with them. The more visibility Instagram gives them, but then also the more you will see them because their algorithms are telling you, oh, hey, he likes this person's posts. We'll let him see those more often. I literally have friends on Facebook who post, but because I never see their posts, I don't engage with them. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, did that person unfriend me? And I'll go type it in and look them up, and I'm like, no, we're still friends. And oh look, they posted yesterday.
Yeah, it's really irritating me because I like everything that I see from you guys that comes up, and yet you rarely ever come up on my newsfeed, and it's very frustrating.
If you ever want to see somebody, just click on the little Dropbox thingy. and it'll say show this person's posts first.
Yeah.
And you can do it for everyone, and it just basically puts a little list on your, Instagram feed at the top.
Yeah.
I have that for so many people because I was like tired of never seeing people's posts, and I'm like, thanks. I'll see something from like a month ago, and I'm like, but I can't see something someone posted yesterday.
I know.
No,
I know. It's really weird.
Yeah, that's really super irritating because it'd be like
I'll
1
get shit
hour
that was,
ago
like, a few
and then
days
like
ago. I'm
3
like,
days ago. I'm like, how are you figuring out this timeline? Like
That would have been super cool to see at that moment.
Yeah, I would have loved to have noticed that
now
event
it
3
just
days
seems
ago
like
when it happened.
Yeah, and now it's just like seems super creepy to be like, oh, I like this picture 3 days later,
No,
and it's
but
like
that-
I want to comment on it, but now I'm like, I feel like a super like creepy
I know how to
Facebook
rectify
stalker.
that. Look, if you want to click on somebody's picture that you're like, oh shit, this is 3 days later, just go back to like 4 years and then like a picture and then like that one. Like they're like, I don't understand what's happening right
That
now.
makes it worse though.
No, it doesn't. No, what's worse is when you go like a picture and then wait a few days and then go like a picture from the past. If you like a picture from the past, like out of nowhere, and then immediately like the recent picture they just posted, it doesn't matter what it is, they're just in their loop like, I don't know how to feel right now.
But there's
See,
times.
what I did is I just went to my sister's Facebook page and just liked every single profile picture that she's ever posted, and then just posted on her Facebook page and was like, I just liked every single profile picture. You're welcome. So, just to be a
I'm
weirdo.
going to leave a comment tomorrow.
Straight up.
You should. On every single photo, just be like, nice.
On my own.
Oh, well, that's just creepy.
So back
Have
to
a great summer.
Hashtag love yourself first.
Hashtag New Year, New Me.
Anyways, Matthew, yes.
hashtag back to when like the posts come up like 3 days later.
Yeah.
I fuck up sometimes and I'll like go on there. I'll be like, what? Oh shit, that shit was tonight. And because you see it, and
Yeah.
it's like, and then you look at it, and it's like, what? 3 days later? Like the concert was 3 days later, or like
Yeah.
your friend went and did some bullshit, and it's like,
Your friend
What
went and did
timeline
some
am I on?
bullshit. I want a drop of that.
I had a almost
Your
panic
friends do
attack
bullshit?
last night at Target because our Target up north put out Halloween like a week early.
oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, we have a thing due for that. Like, oh my God, did I miss it? And I'm like freaking out. I'm like going through my phone trying to find the release date. And I'm like, pre-order. So I complained to their electronics department. I'm like, guys, you guys could actually get in pretty big trouble for that. The studios don't look kindly. And they're like, it's no big deal. Like they were just teenage girls. And I'm like, I
oh my
look at them
God.
like a mom. And I'm like, it is a big deal. And the studios will not be pleased. And then I walked away and I'm like, Matthew, we're not late. And so we kept walking and I go up to the front and I'm like, I tell the managers, I'm like, your electronics department doesn't care, but I just thought you should know your Halloween movies are out a week early and that's not a good thing. And they're like, oh crap, you're right. And they're like on their mics, like telling them, get those off the shelf. Like, I'm like, it is a big deal, guys.
So who do you think is hotter, Michael Myers or Jason?
Freddie, because he's got that
What she
sexy
said,
like,
skin
like
problem going
on.
the
Yeah, I know.
teenage
I don't know.
girls.
I think I'm gonna go with Leatherface. Like circa.
Oh my god! Like, have you
circa,
ever made out with
Texas Chainsaw
Leatherface?
Massacre, the first one?
It's super.
No, like
super
seriously,
dry.
have you ever like seriously made out with Leatherface?
I don't want to brag, but he does this thing.
Like,
with his
oh my
tongue
god, he
that's
has.
like,
Okay, so
oh, well, crazy.
he's got these scars, and you're just going
Is this
around,
the Joker?
and then
What's
out of
going on?
nowhere, there's just this tongue. It's like a,
You
it's
have
like
these scars, and out of nowhere, there's just this tongue.
it's like a chainsaw.
Oh, I see what you did there.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it is. I don't know.
I want that. I want that. Like, you know that old boyfriend phone, like
Dream Date.
Dream Date. I want that, but horror theme, where it's all like, "I'm gonna cut you up in your dreams," and you're like, "I think he likes me."
yeah, that's nice.
I really want that.
I
now.
want that. Wow, I am sorry. I'm at a state of
No,
I'm
please
just gonna keep
do.
going.
Please do.
But yeah,
Wait, so are we live now?
yeah, we are live now.
Okay.
We are live now. I found the problem. Apparently,
And we're back.
yeah, and we're back. Don't worry. There's a hard copy. So there's 42 something minutes of actual everything that we've been talking about.
There's
so,
42 minutes of hearing us BS
So
about
yeah, because
movies.
right now
so
we're
trying
like
to distract
right now
you all.
9 minutes in.
You're telling
Woo!
me. You're telling me.
There's
There's
a
a
whole new
an
show.
episode of Hard Copy
Hard Copy.
about this episode.
Yes.
You guys remember Hard Copy?
All right, welcome to Hard Copy. We're going to talk about socially awkward. Are they awkward? Are they social? We don't know. Anyways, dates
Ding ding.
with horror movie icons. Michael Myers, you're on the line. What's that? I keep hearing someone's cell phone going off.
All right, next caller.
Next caller. Jason Voorhees, you're on the line.
This is Jason's mother.
Hi, Jason's mother. How you doing?
You weren't watching my little
Of
boy.
course I wasn't. He was born before I was alive.
It's still your fault.
Anyways, there's
Next
a guy.
caller.
Next caller. I'm gonna cut you up, bitch. Thanks you. Oh, she still can't. Oh, I can hear you. Okay, I can't read. Fuck, she ruined a bit. I'm more angry at myself because I got caught up, and then I was like, I want to respond to fans, so that's on me.
Hi, fan.
It's not fans, Megan. Hi, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Megos.
Megan, you're awesome. It's on me. I should have been more.
You should have been more committed to the
Yes,
bit.
thank you. Yes, I should have not seen what the audience was doing and just been like focused on the
Yes.
performance.
Yo, man, she lines him up. You just got to knock him down.
Exactly. No, she's perfect. I fucked up.
It's all good.
No, I know. I blame myself.
You should.
So-
I liked the caller bit. That was fun.
I know that was fun. I'm trying to do more bits this year.
If you do bits, I'll bite.
Ooh, I like
I don't
that.
get it.
I have a bit.
I will bite.
It's bit and bite.
What up?
Oh, we got a new segment.
Bit bite.
Bit and bite.
Oh, that's fun.
It's gonna fail.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Anyways.
And the rest of us are just kind
So
of
anyways,
going, what?
I'm trying to think. Okay, what are you guys looking forward to in 2019?
Finishing the cookbook.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
And silence.
Any movies you're looking forward to?
Oh, so many. So many.
There we go.
Captain Marvel is like top of my list right now, where I am losing my mind. I just finished Life of Captain Marvel, the comic. I cried. It was that good. I suggest everybody buy the trade. I think it comes out next week.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Or whenever the show drops later this week. Or if we're behind schedule getting this up online, it's already out.
I will say this.
Go buy it.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. We
So, okay, depending on when you're listening, it's either going to be out, is out, or has been out. So, pick up a copy.
So
It's-
that really is not very specific. It's like it's either the past, the present, or the future. So good luck figuring out which one
Fuck,
it is. Bye.
I should have just called this episode "The Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future" because
Yeah.
Could have called it
Stop
like
it.
Project Quantum Leap. Because we don't know if we're ever going to get back.
Ooh, I like
Just
that.
call it now for something completely different. Anyways, but then again, that's probably I don't know. I lost my train of thought and I got bored with it halfway through. Anyways, Matthew, what's some movies that you're looking forward to this year?
Man, I'm really drawing a blank. I know there's a lot of things coming out. So
Yeah, there's Godzilla.
Godzilla,
we talked
Chapter
about Godzilla
2.
briefly.
Avengers Endgame, how are we not even talking
there's
about
Avengers
that?
No, we're talking about it. We're just not talking about it.
How are we not all losing our minds for that?
Spider-Man: Far From Home,
Shazam.
Shazam.
I'm excited for Shazam.
I'm not excited for Shazam.
Well, I know. Because I'm excited for it, you're not, so it's okay.
Yeah, we had to go opposites on that.
I'll be excited for the both of us. How about that?
You do you, honey.
So, I am pumped for Endgame.
I'm pretty pumped. Episode 9's also coming out this year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I was glad that Infinity War came up on Netflix.
Yes,
Went back
rewatch
and watched that.
I bought it on
Cried.
Black Friday. I got it for like $6.99 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I need
so
to-
it was
I need to-
ridiculous cheap.
I need to get so many movies. I know Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming to Netflix because you didn't see that, Matthew.
Oh, that was a good movie.
I loved it.
Yeah,
It was
but it's
okay.
coming on
I had
Netflix.
a
No,
feeling
yeah.
that was coming. I really
You know
did.
what though? Okay, so with the Avengers movies, I don't like the more funny ones, I guess you could say, like Ant-Man and Wasp. Ant-Man I didn't dig. Doctor Strange I didn't dig.
Oh, okay.
But like, you know, like the ones that have like more of a like lighter tone, I guess you could say, I'm usually not as much of a fan of.
Huh.
But Black Panther, man, I was that was probably my favorite Marvel movie to date.
Honestly,
Yeah,
whenever we watched Black Panther, the part where he's like carrying his cousin out to like at the end of the movie, then Steve just turns to me and goes, "Everything the light touches is yours," and I just lost my shit in the theater because it really did feel like.
Like I love
Lion
Black
King.
Panther, but I'm like, this is Marvel's Lion King. Let's be honest.
It was completely
Well, I
Lion
mean, if we
King.
want to be like technical about it, The Lion King is technically Shakespeare's Hamlet. So,
Well, yeah, it's
True.
also that, but also the
It's that
actual.
same, like-
There's also the white. What was it? The white Kumba or whatever from. It was a Japanese actually anime. That
Oh,
was
yes.
that was the original, and literally it's like almost shot for shot of what Lion King is. But I'm like, whatever, I dig whatever it is.
It's like Cowboy
So-
Bebop and like what?
Oh yeah, I compare like everyone loves Serenity, but as
Or
soon as
not-
I started
not Serenity,
but
Firefly.
Firefly.
Firefly,
A lot of
yeah.
people like Firefly, but every time I watch an episode, I'm like, this is like Cowboy Bebop. I've already seen this, like. So that's my hang up, I guess. Yeah, I'm the guy who hates
Word.
Firefly, but I don't really hate it. I'm
Well,
just all
not
like,
hate. It's just like it's not really your scene because you're
yeah,
like, meh.
no, don't
I
get me wrong.
enjoy it. I like it.
But
I'm not like one of those like super duper hardcore fans for it, but I
Yeah.
like it.
But no, and that's fine.
And
like
that's great, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'll put it this way. As soon as they announced an Ant-Man movie, I was like, fuck this. I was like, no fucking way. I'm like, first off, you can't do this. Hank Pym's a wife beater. He's an alcoholic. No way you're going to be able to do this. And they're like, oh, it's going to be Scott Lang. And I'm like, all right. Okay, I'm kind of interested. And they're like, it's Paul Rudd. I'm like, I enjoy Paul Rudd. Okay. What else you got? Michael Douglas is going to play Hank Pym. I'm like, and honestly, I was kind of like, the first trailer came out and I was like, okay, I'm kind of into this. And then I watched the movie going like, this
The
is
movie
not...
was like a heist.
Yeah, it was a
movie.
heist movie.
Badass.
I was like, it was... And then the same with this movie. It was like all undercover stuff. There was superhero stuff. So I enjoyed it for what it was. Considering how the fact that like I could care less about Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And now I literally sit here going like, the Ant-Man movies are good. Like... That means you did something right. So
They're
like,
fun. I mean, I've watched them both, and it's like I don't know that I would feel that I would need to watch them again. I don't regret watching either of them. I don't hate them. They're not terrible movies or
It's
anything.
just like
I just don't need to watch them again. Like I would watch, Captain America before I would watch that, though. I would not watch Thor: Dark World before that. I would probably still pick
See,
Ant-Man.
my least favorite movie of all time for Marvel, at least, is Captain America: Civil War because there's just like so many
That's a good
politics and it's so boring. I got seriously, I tried rewatching it one time and I was like falling asleep because it was
it's
just
not my.
it was
I know a
not-
lot of people think Civil War is like one of the best ones. I don't think it's like my favorite Captain
yeah.
America movie, but there are definitely far worse Marvel movies. I mean, Iron Man 3 is pretty terrible.
see, I
Iron
actually
Man
love
3 is-
Iron Man 3.
I like
which is
Iron
so
Man
weird.
3.
Thor
but-
2 was not good.
See, the reason why I like those movies though is because it doesn't really follow the superhero movie framework. It's just kind of like it kind of does its own thing, and that's why I enjoy it. And it's like, and honestly, I think one of the reasons why I absolutely love Thor: The Dark World is just the part where Loki is like pretending to be Steve Rogers, and he's just like, I can feel the righteousness surging through, and it's just like the way he acts is just like so spot on and just so fantastic.
Well,
Did
let's
you
be
see
honest.
the Twitter feed that Chris Evans just did?
Yes.
Oh my god. So Chris Evans rants on Twitter about how technology's evil and how it's so awful and how it makes everything more difficult. And Robert Downey Jr. goes, "Don't worry, buddy. The science boys can help you." And then Mark Ruffalo so Chris Evans drops an effing. He doesn't say the word, but he says effing. And so Mark Ruffalo goes, "Yeah, definitely. You have our numbers. Just give us a call. Also, language." And it's
That's amazing.
literally they do this on Twitter, and I'm like,
Oh, that's awesome.
You guys are cute.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. It's like, as many problems as I might have with the Marvel and DC movies, I absolutely love seeing these actors really get into the characters and be like, you know what, I'm gonna own this shit, and it makes me happy. And also, so this is, I keep telling people this all the time, and you might already know this information, but the part in Avengers Infinity War, the part where Spider-Man is turning to ash, spoilers, with the part
What
where
the
he's
fuck?
shut But the part
Yeah,
where he's
man,
like,
you know,
I don't want to
when
go.
Spider-Man's
He's like,
like-
I feel weird. And he's like, I don't want to go. And he
Because
like
of his
starts crying.
Spidey sense. That when I saw, so I didn't realize that when I first saw the movie.
No, that was ad-libbed.
Ugh, God.
Like,
Tom Holland just has
Holland
my
is
heart.
fucking I love Tom
But
Holland.
the reason he feels it before anybody else, which is why he doesn't just turn to dust and be like, what the hell's going
Yeah.
on? He's like, I don't feel so good. It's because he has Spidey sense, and so he knows something is happening.
I did not even pick up on that. Thank you. That
I
makes
didn't
it
either.
so much more
and then when I
meaningful.
watched it the second time, because I knew that, I was a mess during that scene. I'm like sobbing,
I
ugly
know.
cry. I was like, what is going on?
Every time I watch that part,
man.
it makes me cry.
Man, how good is Ghost Rider, right?
You know what part I really liked?
When Ghost Rider comes
hardcore
up
love
and
Ghost
like
Rider,
starts whipping
but,
Deadpool
man,
with his
I wish
chain.
those movies were better.
No, you and me both.
Sorry, we
I
interrupted.
really wanted to
Matt.
love them. Yeah, no, the Ghost Rider 1, Ghost Rider 2, from when did they come out? Like 90...
The little.
Dude, oh yeah.
2000 something.
Oh, you got this. Tap into it, dude.
I got this.
Tap into it.
All right, so while
Ghost-
Steve is trying to
I'm
remember,
trying to think. Ghost Rider 1
Ghost
came,
Riders was in the 2000s.
was 2000. I'm looking at 2009, and I know it was February. I definitely
wow.
know it was February because it came out during the Valentine's Day weekend. But I'm trying to remember, is it 2009? I'm trying to see when Marvel started hitting its stride
Ooh, okay. You got this, dude.
because I don't know when the
Channel yourself.
I want to
Don't say
say
anything.
because this is the thing because I know the sequel took a little bit longer to come out.
Did you find it?
yeah, I have it up. Just
All right. So when?
no, I'm gonna let him guess, and then I'll
I'm
tell
gonna
him
be
if
so
he's right or
wrong
not.
right now. I don't feel confident anymore.
You said
This-
2009.
I said 2009 in February, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not right. But that's the only date that sticks out for me, and I don't know why.
So Ghost Rider came out 2007,
It's okay.
but it did come out in February. So you're right on the month.
Stupid man. I mean, you're not stupid. I
And
love
you selected an odd
bad.
number, so you had the right month and an odd year.
Yeah, I don't feel good about that. I used to be really on point because now I can't even get the
That's like-
sequel.
you're like
What, the
two-
sequel come out in
you're like-
2010 or
You're
2011?
like 2/3 of the way there,
2011.
Steve-O.
Boom.
There you go.
February again.
No, it wasn't February. They tried.
Was it a straight to Blu-ray?
No, it wasn't
No.
straight.
DVD?
It was released in theaters, but a limited run because next thing you know, Netflix was like, "Oh, hey, guess what's on streaming?"
Oh, word.
I want to say.
Doom, doom, doom.
See, it's weird. I want to say either August or May
Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay.
because I'm not sure if it's beginning of May of let's try to start getting blockbusters out, or was it at the
3
end of
months apart.
August? Like kids are going back to school, they're going to want to watch something.
Let's hide this from them.
And I'm probably way off. Now I'm thinking September. Fuck.
You know what? You know what I really
Oh,
dug?
I was wrong. It wasn't in 2011. Release date was February of 2012.
So I'm way off. So I'm off my game. So
all good.
I retired. No,
No,
I
you
do.
don't retire.
No, because I screwed up also on B Horrorcast. I couldn't even get shit done on that. So I retired from actually knowing
Then
dates.
again, to be fair, I was asking some weird ass movies.
Nope.
So the part I really enjoyed was in Ragnarok. Oh, Ragnarok! When Thor cut his hair, dude.
Oh yeah, I love that.
So I
movie.
dug that haircut. However, I was like, dude, Thor, come on.
I get it, but come on, man. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. It's like,
Chris Hemsworth was just like, I don't want to wear a wig anymore, guys. That's
don't
what
let him
this
wear a
is.
wig.
He's like, I don't want to wear a wig. It's kind of like in Infinity War when Scarlet Witch decides she's no longer Russian and has no accent. So I didn't notice this the first time that I watched it. Like, I was so enamored by Infinity War that it
Yeah.
just didn't dawn on me. So, of course, I see this online, and then when I rewatch it, it's all I can focus on. I'm like, why does she not have a Russian accent? Oh, wait, there it is for 3 seconds. Oh, wait, now it's gone again. Why?
Thank you for the glass shattering moment.
Hey, if it's
I
ruined
did
for
not
me, it's
realize
got to
that.
be ruined for someone else. Because
No,
it's
you're
like
fine.
I'm
it's like
no,
the
no.
ring. I'm gonna like.
You're fine.
You know,
I
it's like
would've
my
realized
7
it
days pass
eventually.
on.
I would have realized it eventually. Well, maybe not because I don't really want to watch Civil War again. But
Oh no, it's not in
I do.
Oh, I guess yeah, because she was in Civil War with her accent,
Yeah.
with the accent.
yeah, But yeah, I probably would not have. I probably would have realized it eventually, but you just kind of shattered the glass earlier.
Okay,
than
well,
expected.
first off,
so it's cool.
I know how to answer everyone's question with that.
Yes.
Scarlet Witch.
Boom.
She's like, oh, I'm Russian. I'm not. Oh, what happened? Oh, Vision fuck the Berlin Wall out of her. So, boom.
What happened? Vision.
Yeah. Vision's like, yeah, I'm done with that. I have an accent. You don't need one.
yeah.
I sound elegant. You sound like backwards weird hick. We're going to stop.
Aw, poor Russians.
I like Elizabeth.
Oh, come on.
Olsen.
Okay. Yeah, no, I love her and everything, but Russian, come on. Has anybody ever been like, oh, look at me, I'm going to put the dick inside you? It doesn't sound hot.
What? On that note, hey, let's take a little break.
Yeah, I wanted to do that a while ago.
When we come back, I want to pull up. I found a little article about 2019 slang terms.
Oh, shit.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
So I might want to just
Brace
bring
ourselves
that
for
up.
that.
So we'll see what's on that list. But yeah, let's take a little break.
All right, but of course, this break is
I'll
brought to you
break
by Revenge Lover. Stand out from the crowd for samples and inquiries. Please visit revengelover.com. Mention you heard it on the 4i Radio Network to receive 10% of your first order. So, Matthew, hit it.
Oh.
So young, so how are you to know? No, no. You're a carrier of the light inside of you. Glows green in the pitch black night, night, night. Can't tell anyone is hurting you. So hold it in, cover up, pull up your sheets, your sheets. A torpedo cruising in the ocean, and soon it's due. So I got to sit up, up. For my heart to come down, 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 down. So I got to sit up, up. For my heart to come down, 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 down. The ghoulish entities, they come floating through the walls. Ghostly enemies, they come floating through your door. And the ghoulish entities, they come floating through the wall. From the past, and there's someone right before you, like the ghost of Christmas past. I was always floating day. Go with the flow without ever knowing where I wanna be. So I go into crazy situations. A loyal soldier who acts, but never asks. Why am I flying on my back, with the moon looking down, 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 down? Where's my bed? Where's anything at all? And why's the ceiling gonna black, 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 black? The ghoulish entities, they come floating through the walls. Ghostly enemies, they come floating through your door. And the ghoulish entities, they come floating through the walls. From the past, and there's someone right before you, like the ghost of Christmas past. So the days when anything's coming, the place you go, and you can't break. You're chasing ghosts, ghosts, ghosts. So when they come back, you never ask. I just saw the soul. When they come back, but never ask. The ghoulish entities, they come floating through the walls. Ghostly enemies, they come floating through your door. And the ghoulish entities, they come floating through the wall. From the past, and there's someone right before you, like the ghost of Christmas past.
And we are back with a brand new episode.
A brand new episode.
Not of Socially Awkward. This is Taming a Shrew.
All right.
Oh, Matthew actually has the script. Oh, shit.
I was actually in that play in 8th grade. I was the widow.
You were the widow?
I got to hit the most popular girl in school.
How did that make you feel?
Oh, dang.
I actually felt kind of bad because I was friends with her.
Oh. Well, there you have it. This is the podcast of truth. We're renaming the show. Socially Awkward's out the window. The Truth Cast. No, that sounds terrible.
Truth
Yeah, that
Cast.
sounds really
terrible.
douchey.
Yeah, that does. Why?
The
why?
Truth Cast.
You know what?
Truthcast immediately crashed.
You know what? I'm doing everyone a favor. I'm muting myself now.
Good deal. All right. So, anyways,
Where'd he go?
nobody cares.
Oh. Yo. 2019
Yes.
slang terms.
Okay, slang terms.
All right.
If you want to know the tea, you have to ask those of us who spill the tea. So
I did not know tea.
I did not know tea.
So is that gossip while drinking tea?
no. Well, I mean,
That would be
yes,
a
That's probably where it comes
that's
from.
where
I
it
would
comes from.
prefer
Is
that.
because when women would have their get-togethers and they'd sip on tea, and
Oh,
it's like when you
Matthew,
say
did
spill
you
the
hear
tea.
about- Well, I was going to go beat cop.
You've got-
Hey, what's the word
You
on the
got to
street?
beat my face because I've got a date tonight. Oh, I've got to beat my face because I've got a date tonight.
Ooh, okay, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So-
is that I got to do my makeup or something?
That's what it is.
Okay,
what it
so
is?
the
Okay.
beauty gurus do not use that. I will let you know that is not a thing.
That's so weird because when you said beat, I'm thinking old school, a beat cop, trying to get the information. I need to know what's going on.
dude.
I got to beat
Fuck.
someone's face.
I like
When
that
you
though.
said
Oh.
B-E-E-T, I just immediately
that'd be
went to
like-
root vegetable. I'm like,
No,
I know I'm
B-E-A-T.
fucking wrong, so I'm not going to say. Oh,
That-
it is B-E-A-T? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
still have no
I haven't
idea.
seen you in a while. I'm like, hey, Matthew, let me get the beats. Give me just what's going on in your life. Give me the info.
You walk up to me, he's like, hey, Matthew, let me get the beat. I'm like, yeah, dude, good one. Good one, dude.
That was a Black Friday purchase, by the way. I bought all 10 volumes of Are You Afraid of the Dark for $10.
Nice.
Movie comes out this year.
I know, and so does Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yes.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I like that book.
You're so cute.
No, I had that book. The illustrations are creepy
Yeah.
as
Oh,
fuck. I love
They
it. That was my favorite part of the
They
book.
re-released it a few years ago, and they changed the illustrations to like more of a cartoony look, and it was terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
everybody,
not
and
good.
then they had to re-release like the original copies because everyone was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah.
I have the hardback of the original. Like it was like they released it in the like mid 2000s. They did
Yeah.
like all three of them in one
Yeah.
compendium, but it was hardcover. And I bought it, and I still have it. And I'm like, oh, I will never sell it because
Yeah,
you don't
that's
see them
awesome.
very often. Like,
No.
And even like they don't reprint that book anymore because like
No.
I've looked.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't know they had a book, but I will be looking it
I
up.
really need to
Scary
read
Stories
those.
to Tell in the Dark.
No, the hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
no, I wanted to get like a copy because I was hopefully during Halloween I wanted to do it as Christopher Walken's reading the stories.
All right, Snatched.
Okay, if it's fuck, I don't even know at this point with this.
They
generation.
use
got a
this one all the
girlfriend? I don't know.
time.
See, I'm going
Wait,
with
use it in
like
a sentence.
I took this, like I'm snatching this, I'm stealing
You're
it, and
using
I'm
the word as like literally.
Yeah,
Doesn't
literally.
that, like, doesn't that,
this
like,
is
wait,
what I
isn't
know
it,
I'm
like,
old.
If the look is snatched, isn't it like mean like it's hot? It's like totally like good.
See, I went with
She knows,
like
yeah.
She's
whenever
got
I
it.
heard
This
is
snatched,
social
I
media.
just thought of like pussy whip.
No, you know what it is?
So-
Truth be told, I've been watching a lot of Jeffree Star and James Charles videos on YouTube, so I hear all of this all the time.
No, but I'm realizing how old I'm sounding. I'm like, oh, we're going back to 1952. Oh,
snatched?
Oh, snatched?
You're
That
like-
means taking something,
Yeah.
stealing it. Oh, what you gonna do? I snatched your bag.
That's exactly what you did. You were like, I'm going to take a bag that's in front of me.
Yeah,
Snatching
I'm
it.
snatching this shit. Like I'm like I've become my father. I'm an old
Oh my
time.
God. Wait, so what is it like? Was I
Yeah.
right?
So if you look good, so like you beat your face up, you did your makeup,
Oh, you
Now
get the
you
beats.
snatched.
And
You
you
got
showed-
beat and snatched.
and you
That
show up.
sounds terrible.
You show up to an event looking fabulous, like you're snatched.
Oh, you're stealing the bag.
So we got basic. we know basic.
Yeah.
Don't even
Yeah,
look at
basic.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, you're basic.
Like you're just
I'm not
you're basically buying Fallout without any DLCs. It's
Basic.
basic.
You hurt my brain.
The GOAT.
I actually don't know what that one means.
Wait,
GOAT.
GOAT, God of Awesome. Wait, no,
Things.
you said
God of awesome things.
Gossam.
I don't know.
Gossam things.
No.
Wait, it's TH. Wait,
T-O.
I can't spell.
Goat.
Oh, it's goat.
Yeah, it's goat.
Oh, so they're Tom Brady.
What does it mean though?
I don't know, like something from Fallout.
The goat.
Greatest of all time.
Boom.
Oh,
You do know. The greatest of all time.
Though I don't
That's
agree
what that
that
means?
I don't
The
agree
goat?
that
The goat.
Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. So
God, no.
bad example, but I got it figured
now
out.
I'm gonna be like, there's some people that like,
Dude, you the goat.
my nickname's
Totes
the
my
goat.
goat?
Like, no, it's
Totes
not.
my goat. Totes my goat.
Oh my god, Totes My Goat has a totally new meaning now to me, and I'm gonna love it forever now. Totes my greatest of all time.
Totes.
You're being extra.
Over the
Oh,
top.
that means you're so over the top.
Don't be extra.
Mint gum.
Extra.
See, I'm old.
Extra. Read all about it.
Extra, read all about
I'm
it.
going to tell you the next one. Gucci. We all know Gucci.
I honestly don't know what
It's a-
Gucci is.
It
I
means
know
it's
a
like
purse.
it means it's like hot. It's like if you so Gucci, you're like a rich and like
It's
upscale
Gucci.
and
Okay,
like,
what was wrong with
I like how
hot?
you're like, everyone knows this, and we're like, what?
I knew,
Oh, yeah.
I knew. It's all Gucci.
It's
You're the
Gucci.
only one who knows. Apparently, you're the
I
only
watch
one
way
who
too
knows.
No,
I
I'm
know
so-
Gucci.
2019 is very depressing for me right
It's
now. I'm
Gucci.
realizing
Yeah.
how old I am.
Okay, next word.
We know.
Thirsty.
I mean, wait.
got-
It's like you. Oh, I know what it means.
You guys know thirsty?
Isn't it like pretty sex driven? Like you so thirsty.
You're just thirsty. Like you just looking to get. You're just thirsty. Like, fuck. I just need to get fucked. You're thirsty.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
God, I watch way too much YouTube.
Keep it 100. Keep it
I'm
100.
guessing like 100%. Like, hey, we're
Keep 100.
I don't know. They have $100 in their
No,
bank
just
account.
keep it like, go.
Keep it going.
I can't keep it 100. Do you know how old I am and
keep
how
it
many
real.
of these slangs I'm not getting?
Steve, you've been keeping 100 since like you started centering.
No.
You're 100.
No,
That's
I
his 100.
honestly 2019 is not going well.
Dude, we're like 2 weeks in.
I know.
You can't judge by that.
Are you saying this year is being ratchet?
Oh, that
Blank?
means wrecked. That's like something is ratchet. That is like awful. That you are a hot mess. Like
2019, you ratchet.
yeah. No, 2008. The
They
end of
should have a new
2018 was
game.
ratchet for us,
Like
man.
the tool with the. Never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of because like if you need your ratchet to fix it up because
And
it's
flush it
broke.
all away. Any
That's
so
a wrench.
broke.
Any fucking
It's a
time.
wrench.
Any fucking.
Was that it? Was that all the slang?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Man, I'm like on top of what
You're
those
on your-
youngins are talking
Why,
about.
this is why.
I feel so-
Geeks Who
I feel
Eat know
so
what they're
dope.
doing.
Yeah.
I'm so dope.
Wait,
fucking
is
here.
dope still a thing?
Totally, it's going strong.
I have no idea anymore.
Not that dope, honey.
No, I remember. No, I remember being out of high school like for a year.
Oh shit. Okay.
So like going to
So you
college,
never
but
graduated?
no. I mean,
no.
Oh, sorry.
He what the fuck?
yeah, I know.
He was
Do you even know him?
I got this.
Technically, you should have been 4 years. Anyways,
All right, out of high school for a
I'm
year.
ratchet.
So you're 19 years old.
Yeah, so just like working at another like you're working at a job and then going to college and everything like that, but you're like out of the high school scene. Basically, new terms like new slang terms came in. So I remember one of my friends was all like, "Oh man, dude, I like fucking destroyed the sandwich," and I'm like,
Oh, destroyed.
I was like, I'm looking at him like, why would you do that? Like, why would you buy a sandwich and just destroy it?
That's funny.
And he's talking about like eating it, and then I'm like, okay, and then. And then he was all like, "Oh man!" Like I'm telling him a story. He's like, "Oh, that's sick," and I'm like, "No, I was perfectly normal. I was not feeling nauseous at all. Everything was fine." And then this girl was like, "Man, you need like a fucking Urban Dictionary," and I have one. I have an Urban
Oh my god,
Dictionary.
have you ever?
It's probably outdated now, naturally, but it,
Have you ever? You've all played Cards Against Humanity,
Yes.
right? Have
Yeah.
you all looked up what swooping is?
swooping.
It's a card in Cards Against Humanity. Go right now and look up what does swooping mean, and look up the Urban Dictionary.
Kids
You're-
at home, why don't you play? Pull out your phones right now, and if you can find what swooping is before we do, we will send you absolutely free air whenever you need it. Just look up into the stars and go, ah, air. It's natural.
That was a great ad.
Thank you. I'm really
It was
winging you
not
right-
ratchet.
Oh, was it?
It was. Wait, what's the word? It was Gucci.
So it's hot.
It was
Okay.
totally Gucci.
Okay. Sorry, I'm really like centered
Considering
right
we
now.
get the-
Swimming while pooping?
No, that's not swooping.
that was the first thing I saw.
Wait, was that on Urban Dictionary?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
they
it might have changed it.
Yeah, it used to be like.
Swimming while pooping in the
Hold
sea.
on. Because it used to be the definition used to be. Okay, here it is. Urban Dictionary's swooping is surreptitiously checking Urban Dictionary during a game of Cards Against Humanity because you have no idea what a card you just drew means. When I drew the swooping card, I knew I would be swooping it. But then it is actually the act of swimming while pooping.
That's what's happening.
In a tragic swooping incident, Michael Phelps won the gold but lost his dignity.
Because he pooped while he swam.
Oh, actually, the first person of swooping would be Stan Smith.
So here's the thing is that the swooping Cards Against Humanity dictionary was listed in October 19th, 2012 by Mensch Machine. But the act of swimming while pooping was later added by Swoop Doggy Dog on July 6, 2013, thus making it not the true definition of swooping.
I like how Swoop Doggy Dog came in there and threw that in there, though. That's great. Swoop Doggy Dog.
Oh, man. Wait, so like...
I'm swooping and chilling and what?
So speaking of things
I'm
that
pooping
kids
while
say,
swimming.
and that like
So don't you
things
go
that like
in the
were
pool.
terms, when you were younger or like the high school kids. Do you remember like in middle school, like when you were making out with someone, it was called macking?
Yes,
Smacking,
yeah.
smacking.
And like they don't say that nowadays. Like
No.
if you said that,
the British
like
term is snogging, which just sounds gross to me. Like
yeah, that
like,
sounds like something a pig does.
Yeah, and they'll be
Live
like,
it.
"Do you want to go into the closet for a snog?" And it's like, "No, God, no!"
I
Like,
would
bleh.
not.
For a snog? Hell yeah, I want to rub my nose against your neck.
Fuck yeah.
That's a snog. That seems like a snog to me. Like, what's that?
or like,
A snog.
It
or
sounds
do you
like
remember
something
like
Miss
the
Piggy
ska
would say.
dance skanking? Like, do you remember that? Like when you would listen to ska, you would like the dancing
Skank?
you did was
Skank.
skanking.
Yeah,
Skanking.
skanking.
Like
Yeah.
if you said that to a teenager now, like, "Hey, do you guys know how to skink?" They'd be like, "I don't dress like a whore, thank you."
First off,
It's like, first of
I'm
all,
going
you
to
only get paid
Harvard.
whenever you're a whore, so you're not even that status. Thank you very much.
But wait,
Damn.
so like, what are some other words from like when we were in
You
school?
don't have a job.
Like, what
You
were
are
our high school
unemployed.
words
Watch
that parents
QVC.
thought
I
were
wish I was
weird,
watching
aside
QVC.
from macking and skinking?
UBC. Skanking.
Apparently-
Yeah, I
I don't know
remember.
the
Yeah,
words.
macking,
You used to
skaking. I'm trying to think what else is.
I skanked all the time. I was like, oh,
yeah.
shit.
Fucking some Less Than Jake. Come on, you
Well,
skate
Less
to
Than
that
Jake.
shit.
Mustard plug.
Oh,
Hey, we got down.
Man, I miss
Mighty
ska.
Mighty Boss Stones.
Why
Oh,
would
I
ska make a
discovered. I
comeback?
discovered a new ska band.
Who's that?
I played it a few times on the show, or not a few times, maybe once. No, they they're like, bleh.
Yeah.
Their shit came out like this year,
Wow.
but now I'm like very
You guys ever
hesitant.
listen to Jeffrey's Fan Club?
No.
Yeah, I know Jeffrey's fan club.
They're like an old like Southern
Yeah.
California ska band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man,
I haven't
like
heard them in a very long time.
No.
Whoa.
Millington is the name of the band.
Millington.
True story, Matthew over here does not dig on ska.
I can,
Oh,
I can
I-
actually see that.
I
I believe that.
am not playing this track now.
I'm from Southern California. It's ingrained in my DNA to like Sublime and ska. Like, I just like hear both, and I'm like, gotta dance,
Yeah.
gotta sing along because I know all the words.
So a
And
question:
Matthew's just like,
Is it because you can't be like mad when you listen to ska and you're just like,
Do you not like to be happy?
Rage Joy is the best.
I
I
don't-
used to
I
fucking
don't
love.
Matthew does
associate
not
any
like
of
to-
those things with ska music.
Matthew does not like to be
I
happy.
just called it like kind of
I'm
like
not
the rage
happy.
joy of like listening, like whenever you're pissed off and you listen to like metal and you get like super pissed and you're like, yeah, fuck you, like fuck everybody, and you get like happy about being angry. It's
No,
literally
actually, you know
rage
what? No,
joy.
I totally
Am I
know
the
what
only
she's
person who's
talking-
ever experienced
No,
this?
because when I get really pissed off and I have to like go work out or something and I'm like just angry and frustrated, Five Finger Death Punch, I tell you what, is like the best music on earth. Like when you are angry and you just need to be angry, put on any Five Finger Death Punch album and you are just like, it like almost calms you down weirdly.
Try
Like,
Killswitch Engage. Like
Yeah.
they're like it's a metal band and they're like so angry. And, like it's this weird
I
mixture
got
of
jumped
like,
on during, no, it was during Chimera that I got jumped on by a 500-pound guy.
oh.
Like I was at I think it was Music as a Weapon, and it was
apparently sometimes
Who was it?
people take
It was-
literally.
it was Lacuna Coil, Chimera, Killswitch Engage, and Disturbed.
ooh,
And oh my god, during Chimera I got dived on by like a 500-pound dude, and it was not fun, and it was just not fun. I've had
He took the whole
I've had some
music
really
as a weapon
bad
thing
pit
as a little
experiences.
thing.
that is true because I know if you like before we had like the CDs where you could plug in, you know, or even like put a CD in, and now like Bluetooth and get any radio you want.
Are you,
know-
talking about a CD player, dude?
Yeah,
Is
We have to
that,
use
is that
these
what you're trying to
machines.
reference?
He's so sad. He can't even think of the
I
word.
am
These
so
them
fucking old.
newfangled machines that played
2000
CDs.
I die.
Oh my god.
2019, I die. I become so old that I die. I'm like, oh, remember the record players you used to put in your car? Discmen? Yes, and you have a tape and you plug it in, but
But what were you saying?
it would play from the disc. It was fascinating.
Yeah, you remember whenever you'd be walking down the street
Cool,
with
go
like
see me, Grandpa. We're
like,
going.
this portable, like, the portable CDs, you're like carrying it in your hand so it doesn't skip, and then like you step too hard, and you're like,
I had the good CD player that had the like the
Anti-skip.
Yep, yep. And you used to show off. You'd be like, "Here, listen to my Discman,"
I'd be
and
like-
you'd shake it, and they're like,
I'm like riding my bike. I'm like, fuck it. Like big ass like
That's why. That's like
Said anti-skip.
that's the real reason we all wore Jinkos was because we had to have pockets big enough for our freaking Discman.
Fuck. What's he talking about?
I don't know, man.
Music and
Oh,
So ska music is like if you put that on like the radio or whatnot. Like if you're angry, like that comes on, you can't be angry anymore. You're kind of just all like,
well, I don't. I
yeah.
I feel like I don't have like an angry band that I'm like, oh fuck, I'm pissed.
I don't think so either.
I'm just gonna like. I'm usually like, fuck, man, I'm pissed. I'm throw on RAC. I'm like, okay.
Okay, now.
Okay, so random question: is there like either one band or one song that you always start speeding to, like speeding whenever you're in the car when you're listening to it?
Speeding's bad.
It's like
We don't condone speeding, by the way. That's
I don't know.
no, I'm not saying
question.
that, even though it's awesome.
Wait, that's the number one hit.
Maybe like
That's fucking
Thunderkiss
weird.
65.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Like,
Oh,
Or
sorry.
it's like,
like old White Zombie.
yes, yeah. Or it's
I
just
feel
like,
like you always speed when Dragula comes on.
it's hard not to speed when that song comes on.
Well, I was gonna make the comment if it's got like the
Like a
tempo's
good
more
beat,
upbeat.
yeah.
You're just like, okay, you get into
Okay,
it.
now how much do you speed though if the song is like a car song? Like, something that's started like, I can't drive 55 or like I'm on the highway to hell or even like give me
Yeah,
fuel,
like
give me five,
AC/DC, I usually end up like I have to be really careful. Weirdly enough, Tom Petty, like I'll just like not be paying attention. And
well,
I'll
you're
start
running
speeding.
down a dream and you're just like, yeah, I'm going to kill that fucker.
Or, yeah. Or you're like Rebel Without a Clue, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I am a rebel. God damn it! You start speeding down the highway.
I don't know if there's ever like a song where I'm like, oh shit. Oh,
Although I will
consciously
say,
speeding.
I
The
will say
worst
the
though is
person
Tom
that
Petty's on Free Falling and your flight's just taking off and you're like, oh shit.
see though. Actually, my biggest problem is I can't listen to Jeff Beck and not speed. Like that's the fucking hard. I never listen to Jeff Beck in the car because every time I listen to Jeff Beck, like it's just like automatic. Like okay, I'm speeding it out just because of like the way like the way his music is. It just kind of drives you to drive fast. So no pun intended. I'm gonna shut up now. Anyways,
You got to drive
Music.
fast and furious.
hashtag music.
Hashtag. More hashtags.
Okay, what is okay?
Now I'm a little centered
I'm gonna drop this, so we're gonna change a little bit of the mode. What is a movie, if you can remember any movie that's coming out this year that you're like, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I still have to see it.
What? That's like a whole year of movies, dude.
Shazam.
So hers is boom. Someone got it. Someone was able to pick something out. I know you don't because you're like, what's coming out this year?
Yeah, dude, I'm like, that's a
What came out last year?
That's a loaded question, man.
He has kids. He doesn't get to go see movies when it comes to seeing movies.
I know he lives
Thank
through
you.
me
Hasn't
now.
seen Venom.
He's like, hey, what movie did you see this week? I'm like, oh, Matthew, I saw this, and he's like, oh.
He's like, did you eat popcorn? Can I
I'm
smell
like-
your hands?
yeah.
Can I lick your fingers?
You know
suck
what?
the
Leave
butter
some
off.
salt on your fingertips.
You know what? I haven't.
Can I smell your hands?
I haven't eaten
Did
popcorn.
you? When's the last time you went to the
Starts
movies?
singing "Smell
2
Your
days ago.
Dick," but he starts singing "Smell Your Hands."
Let me
instead.
smell you.
Can I smell your hands? The scent's still there.
I'm sorry,
it's
but
faint.
I don't even
Like,
know
can I take
how
the
you
shirt,
can go to the
please?
movies and not eat popcorn.
It's-
up.
It is terrible, but guess what? Next movie I see, I get to have popcorn. 'Cause
Yeah, see, I am not
done.
about that life. I will never not have popcorn. That just can't be.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm thinking of the 3-day weekend. That Monday I have off.
Okay.
You
Gonna
gave
go
up.
see Into the Spider-Verse.
What
Oh,
the
it's such a good movie.
Get me some
Okay.
popcorn.
question? Feelings on Frozen 2.
Oh well, naturally.
No.
it's
Why are we
gonna
jumping
happen.
into that?
So
I didn't
it's-
even see the first one, and I feel
That's
bad.
not coming out this year, though.
Oh, here's one that might be weird: the Joker movie.
Pass.
With Joaquin Phoenix.
I don't
Yeah.
even know that I need to. I actually, you know what? I take that back. I need to see a trailer before I'm going to make a decision. But generally speaking, on principle, I don't need it.
I like Joaquin though.
I do too, but
I don't love him.
Did you guys see that really like
no, I haven't seen that. But you play that track, and I really like it.
Yeah.
Which
dude.
one?
So he had that one like really kind of art PC one where he was like a rapper.
Oh, and he was walking around with like the like shaggy beard and
Yeah,
long hair. And
yeah.
he was being a weirdo.
It's actually a really cool film.
You actually want to see a funny clip? Is you check out the David Letterman interview with him with that during that time period. Oh my god, is that hilarious?
I think that's like largely why I don't like him. I think because like it's just like you tried too hard. Like you couldn't just like get somewhere on the merits of your skill alone. Like you had to like literally just like live a character for a year to cause a scene to get popular. Like, to me, I was like, you lost me at that point. I mean, you don't see like Sean Connery walking around daytime as James Bond.
I
like,
wish.
I mean, that'd be cool, but I mean, let's be
very
real.
well.
Let's be fair. I mean, like, a lot of actors like have to do a different process to actually get into the character that they're
So,
playing. And if it's a difficult character, I can understand where you're
But like,
okay,
would
I
that
need
movie
to.
have been as artsy and as successful if he hadn't built, like, it's kind of like the Borat thing, and I hate Borat for the same reason. Borat, Hans, all of those, Bruno, you know,
I
like,
hated
It's-
Bruno.
it's-
okay,
very
so like,
nice.
but it's that same principle. Like, would the movie have been as artsy and as amazing if he hadn't spent a year walking around acting like this guy? Same with Borat. Like, would everybody think Borat is so funny if he wasn't like walking around reality acting like an asshole to everybody? No, like, probably not. Like, if you had just seen it come out as a comedy, you probably would not have thought the same thing. And I think that if that's the way you have to build up the hype around your movie, rather than on the merits of the movie
Okay,
itself,
see, like
I
building up the
problem.
hype around your movie is a different thing than like using like being like, okay, I have to stay in character in order to hold on to the character that I'm
But you don't have to go
living. Like that's a completely different thing than just being like, okay, I'm gonna go around and act like this douchey weirdo, whatever, or like this person specifically that I'm playing just to build hype around the movie. It's like, was
I think
he
it's
really?
more than that. I think he embraced this character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it really like building
had
hype
a-
around it, or was he just like trying to like be the character?
I think it was building hype. Like, I mean, how many actors are there that are amazing that can build a character and they don't have to go walk around for a year as this character? At least, you know, in their interviews or walking around town. Like,
So what if I were to do that? What if I took a year out of my life
Do
to develop some character, embrace that character, live it on a daily basis? I'm a nobody. I am not a Hollywood star. I have no reputation to my name. I just did this thing, and I threw it up on I threw it up on YouTube or whatever. I just embraced this character. I honestly feel like with this movie, when you see it, your perspective might change. It may not. He became this person, altered his life, and just did this and documented it.
and was paid for it well.
Well,
I
fuck
mean,
it.
okay,
let him
there's
be
a
paid for
difference
it.
between-
Hold on. Let him be paid for it. But he also he just does this thing, so he's getting paid for it. Maybe he put up a lot of money to do this. He just wanted to do this project. It's a very, very cool thing to watch, and the ending scene is what sold it for me. It's this one camera shot. It's this song that's playing, and the song is beautiful, and he's just doing this scene. I'm not going to spoil it for you. And then the credits start to roll, but it plays the whole entire song. And I sat there after watching this, yes, crazy movie. Like, it was crazy. But this end shot, I was like, holy shit. And this, I will forever listen to this song because of that. And whenever I hear this song, I will never not think of that scene because it moved me. It was this crazy thing, but it moved me. So I'm getting kind of defensive because this movie has something to me, and I just feel like you should see it before being kind of harsh on it. I'm done.
He's like, I'm really uncomfortable because I was slightly confrontational in that.
I feel like that's a
Jacob
valid point, though.
Swanson.
I don't know that.
Wait, who? What?
No, that's the person I want you to play for an entire year.
Jacob Swanson? Oh, fuck.
But you would embody this character, create this character, and live this character.
I'm just saying,
No, I haven't
know.
seen the movie, but I do love that song, and I've been wanting to check out that movie. But I have nothing against
Wait,
Joaquin
what's the
Phoenix.
song? Now I want to know what the song is.
It's dun, 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 dun.
no, it's a really pretty song. It's like, if I were to play it right now, it's not the time to play it.
No, who sings it? Like, who's the what? Is it something that I would know, or
No,
is it just
it's all instrumental. It's like
Oh.
Or Joseph Whittaker. That'd be a good one too. Sorry, I'm really
Well, J names,
I really,
Jacob and Joseph.
I really want.
You're leading off with the J names.
Oh, should I not?
John?
No, I mean-
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. And whenever we go out, you hear the people shout, "Hey, hey, what the fuck is your goddamn name? That doesn't make any sense to us. This person, he has no relevance throughout time and space. What
we
the
all
hell
know
is
the
going on? This is God damn you! You ruined it all. You blew it all up.
Speaking of songs. All right.
Yeah.
So my little dude is going to be 2 in April.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, he's like eating breakfast. We're just hanging out. And he starts like singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider and doing this with his hands.
Oh, shit.
And like, I'm like, I know that. I'm like, so I start singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider, and he gets super pumped. He's like, yes, like, you know what I'm doing. And so it blew my mind because he does daycare and everything, but I forget because
This is my favorite thing about my entire week right now.
Nice. I forget because obviously working day to day, doing all that stuff that he's like learning shit, and I'm like, yeah, of course he would know the fucking Itsy Bitsy Spider. Like, why don't I like? I don't even think to do that at the house where I'm like, hey, let's sit down and like fucking do shit. But he did this, and I was like super pumped. I was like, holy shit! Like this came out of nowhere. And
I love this so much. I wish I had a kid because I really want to steal this as a
No,
joke.
see, you know what this is though?
No, this is a great stand-up
No,
bit.
you know what the great thing is though? Is that we get to hear all these great stories that are so adorable and so cute.
but you ain't gotta live it.
We don't have to deal with diapers,
Oh.
and we don't have to deal with potty training. We don't have to deal with the crying. We don't have to deal with the temper tantrums.
We don't have to deal with
any of that.
the
We get to
poop
live
clinging.
the good life of kids.
Yeah, we're getting into the tantrum stage for sure.
Uh-oh.
No, that's fine. But I really want
that's
that.
cool, man.
I really
No,
want
I
that
just-
joke.
I just remember that, like, within the first few months, you nicknamed him the Little Sharder because.
Oh, the little shard. Yeah,
Little Sharder.
we're past that, but yeah.
Thank God. Yeah, it's like I'm fine with hearing that about that secondhand.
Yeah, I'm glad that
Yeah,
I'm
but
not living that.
I'm serious. Like that's like just a great bit because you're seriously going like, I have a kid. I can't communicate with this person. And then all of a sudden he's doing
It's
Itsy Bitsy
difficult.
Spider, and you're like, I know this, and he's just like, oh shit, like yes, like your mind's meld for the first time. He's just like, you know what, this bigger dude, he's kind of cool.
He was like trying to work on his sentences, like, and so you have to like really pay attention, be like, okay, like pick up on the like key ones. It's really interesting. The wall.
Well,
We now know what walls are.
okay.
And this just happened the other
Okay,
day.
whenever you said the wall, my brain immediately went to Pink Floyd.
That's
So-
cool.
Yeah, he just walks out. He's like, "We don't need no." You're like, awesome, but where is
It's
this
like
coming
Dark
from?
Side.
Yeah, he comes out with that. He's like, you know, if you play this and Wizard of Oz at the same time, you say, "Oh, what?"
That's Dark Side of the Moon. That's not the wall.
Yeah.
No, I know.
But the other day he was like, wall? I was like,
You're
kept
like,
on
yes,
pointing at this
it's
thing
the
and
wall.
saying that, so I got
we
down on his
don't
level.
need no
Anyways, so that's gonna be cool. But...
He's like, "Wall." You're like, "Wolves of Wall Street." Yeah, we should watch that. Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 hours later.
Kid's like, every time I see powder,
He was like,
get
I'm
excited.
down with penny
like-
stocks.
He's like, oh man, they're eating
learned
a
to think it
lot
too.
of
I think
powdered
I can
sugar
actually-
in this movie.
Move with it.
Kids pulling up like the Dow on his like iPad.
Kids and screens, they're crazy, man. He like pulls up the stock. He's like, "You're looking
doing
today."
good. Glad I put money
He
in
can't
the Tesla.
talk, but he can do the
Yeah, it's like
stock exchange.
Hey, did you guys watch Bandersnatch?
No.
Bandersnatch?
no, I have
No,
not.
No,
Yeah.
but the Choose Your Own Adventure book people are suing them.
Why?
Because apparently somebody in the movie said, it's like a Choose Your Own Adventure book. And so now they're like, they took our idea. And I'm like, you mean they made something relevant that hasn't been relevant in 30 years? Since like the 90s? When we were reading the 80s Choose Your Own Adventure
Yeah.
books?
Hell yeah.
You want to go in this cave? Yeah, because the story's
But let
got
me-
to
but
progress.
let me-
You
but let-
die. What the fuck?
Let me put my finger here so I can remember what page
Yeah,
I'm
to
on
go
so I don't
back.
have to go back.
Wasn't there like a Goosebumps one that
Yes.
was like Night at the Museum or
They
something?
did a bunch of the Goosebumps ones, and they had like holographic covers that were
Yeah.
like 3-dimensional.
I
Yep,
remember
had a
the
bunch of
museum
them.
one. And the mummy would like come after you and be like, "Oh fuck. It's fucking mummy.
Man,
I'm in a Egyptian museum.
When we
of course
were-
there's a mummy."
we were in Burbank this past summer. We
I'm
actually
sorry,
found
Matthew.
a
You want
comic
to know
shop
the
that
take
had
at that?
them.
That was a terrible Goosebumps story.
That was not the Mummy one. Was one of my favorites.
No,
So
no,
he's saying
what he
Matthew's
explained.
story.
Like,
Oh.
I was like, I'm really into it. I'm like, that's all you got for me? Like, no pun?
What? Really?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Ah, shit. You want a redo? I'll give you a redo. You know what? Mulligan. It doesn't count.
I'm good for right now.
I love you.
It's
I love you too,
live.
buddy.
There are no mulligans.
What?
Huh?
Then how did Tiger Woods survive?
Hello?
That's so weird. We were talking about that episode of South Park. We're like, goddamn Mongolians!
Yeah.
Always running my shitty
Oh,
wall!
my shit! Wow.
No, so supposedly my house is haunted.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And so whenever we hear just like really crazy shit, we sit there and we go, hello. That's our acknowledgement of like, okay, we hear you.
Ooh, you know what? I should do, we should do like a ghost thing at your place.
Like a seance?
No.
I want no fucking seance on my house.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, just put out like the recording and try to capture anything.
The
like
ESP thing?
Yeah, ESP investigation. No, not seance. No.
You guys
What
want
seances? Jeez.
to
good way to
investigate
ma-
my house? That's fine.
It's a
Just
good way
don't
to
wake
make a
up the
friend.
baby.
No, I don't want to make up the baby. No, it'd be more like is there anybody there? And then like you have the recording, so if it picked up stuff that we can't hear.
EVP, sorry.
I want one of those boxes that like, you know, the ones that are like,
Oh, the spirit box.
yeah, and then they're like, no.
Yeah.
Is someone here? No.
Follow the path.
Oh, you know that's what I should do when you go. Like, we'll house it.
Yeah, dude, you can.
He's like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Do what the fuck you want. You can get murdered by the ghost. I don't care.
You can do it.
He's like, you clean up your mess. You do a seance and you bring a ghost. You take
Of
him home
course-
with you.
Of course, seance that shit. No seance.
No,
You
I'm
wanna
not
just come
doing
in-
a seance. Of course,
I'm not usually. I'm not doing a seance.
doing a seance. I don't trust that shit. No,
I'm
I'll
really
do that.
disappointed in
But
all of you.
Jerk off the ghost.
yeah, I'm gonna jerk off a ghost.
I don't think you need
It-
a seance for that.
I'm
Just saying.
Yeah, what am I saying? Like to Matthew, like in the record, I'm like, I can see it. It's looking right at me. It's coming for me. And then when it lands on me, it's all like, oh my god, actual like physical contact.
That's horrible.
It masturbated on me.
Why am I warm and
Thank you for that
sticky?
Ghostbusters quote.
Thank you.
Ba-da-da-da.
No. Da, 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 da. All right, so
Dave Mustaine. I don't know.
no, we're not bringing him out.
No, I just wanted to make Matthew laugh.
Yeah, that's funny.
What were we
And the
talking
other
about?
Matthew has no
Oh yeah,
idea
your
what we're
house is
talking about 'cause
haunted.
he's
So, has anything actually happened?
I just weird noises and stuff.
It's probably just the house.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
I don't feel like my house is haunted.
No, I don't think it is.
I just remember when we first
He's like, when we bought it, the woman was like, someone was murdered here, bye, and left.
No, when we like first moved in, like we went and we were away for a little bit. My brother like watched the house. Like we walk back in the house coming back from the trip, and the first thing he says is like, "Your house is haunted." Like that's the first thing he says, and I'm like,
Thank
"What?"
you. Honestly, not a bad brother move. Like, if I watched, like, my brother's house, I would literally just be like, it's not haunted, but as soon as I leave, I'm just going to drop that
Just-
bomb.
yeah, be like, "What? Wait, what?"
Like, what? And just bounce out. Like, oh, by the way, your house is haunted. Boom. And then just, because you're like, as siblings, you're like, that's a good fucking prank.
Right, I get it. You lay the seed.
Yeah, like, good fucking prank.
So, like, we, just chilling and watching TV and stuff, and there'll just be some really, like, interesting noises and stuff. One time, there was this, like, I don't know what the fuck happened. We're sitting there watching TV, and there was this pound, and, like, you could feel it in your chest. It was just like this boom. I don't know if there was, like, some underground, like, huge energy transfer, some shit that, like,
Moles.
moved. Moles. Yeah, dude, some killer moles. But we were just like, what the fuck? It was really weird.
Maybe it was a graboid.
A what?
Graboid.
Tremors.
Tremors.
Yeah, okay.
Never mind. It was a joke that's only meant for a very, very, very
The
small
movie
group of people.
Tremors?
Yes. With the graboids underneath the ground.
People
Never
know
mind.
Tremors.
I don't think I knew
Kevin
that they were
Bacon.
called
I didn't know they were called
graboids.
graboids.
No, they
Yeah,
call,
that was new.
Kevin Bacon named it. He's all like, graboids. He's all like, why are we calling them that? Because, they come out of the ground, they grab you.
Or the time that it set our alarm.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
See, that's why I'm very curious. But of course I know what's going to happen. Is like, I'm going to get like super centered and just be able like, so I'm working on this bit and just let me know, like, give me a sign if it's like good or not. And it's like, so is there any ghosts? What?
It's really weird because, like, I don't feel like it is, but there's times when I'll have, like, a spike of energy and I'm like, whoa, like, you know, and, like, my hair will stand up and, like, or, like, sometimes it's just, like, there's a slight drop in temp and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just kind of, it's odd and...
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just, like, and then I'm like, okay, so the heater... So is it like kicking on and it just blew the cold air out? And, you know, like, I'll try to find all these different things. And sometimes I debunk it. There's other times where I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, but like, I don't feel.
No, yeah. Well, most likely it's probably like, I mean, if it's anything.
I'm waiting because I'm really restless in my sleep. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for the one where like I turn over and I see some bullshit. Like,
why don't you just do like the paranormal activity thing and just record yourself?
No,
sleeping?
I ain't doing that.
No, because he's gonna. No, you know why? He's gonna find
shit
out that it's me standing over his bed, watching him, going all like,
It's like,
"You're a great ghost.
I'm not doing that shit at all.
You're a great ghost."
I would rather do it and experience. I don't want to watch some bullshit and be like, oh, what? And then I'm like, oh, what? Yeah. And I'm like asleep, you know. There's like some like whatever. It's all
yeah. That's just shit the fuck with mine.
I'm like, no, dude.
Yeah.
Turns out it's just Owen moving shit around.
Well,
at night.
That would be fucking
I'm probably gonna ask.
fucking Y2K, baby.
I just got this feeling
Oh shit!
deep inside of
He
me.
does have my moves. And then just goes.
Yeah.
But he's like super quick. Like,
Yeah.
like whoa! I should be alarmed by that.
I should be worried
I'm
about
down with
this,
the dancing.
but I'm kind of thinking of dressing up like Sonic the Hedgehog for Halloween, and let's see how this goes.
My house isn't haunted. We're good.
We'll figure
your
it
house
out.
is totally haunted.
No, I'll totally figure it out.
Toad's haunted.
No, it's not.
My mom's house was haunted. Crazy house.
I got you.
Ooh,
I'll
stories.
figure it out.
Oh yeah, I've seen ladies in the kitchen. My mom saw her. My ex-husband saw her. Small children running around in the upstairs. Like, that house was for sure haunted.
See, that's what I need. Like, I need that like visual shit, and I'm like, okay, we good.
Yeah, like I've seen a lady, and then like one night I was like, oh god, that was so like uncomfortable. Like I was upstairs and I was watching shit on the interwebs that you shouldn't be watching when you're trying not to scare the shit out of yourselves.
Porn.
I.e., no, Shadowlands.net from back in the day.
Oh,
And I was listening to like
Shadowlands.
I was like listening to like EVPs and all that, and like looking at ghost pictures, and all of a sudden the downstairs bathroom door closes, and I'm like, and it's one of those doors that had like a really distinct like hinge,
Yeah.
so it was like, you know, like kind of thing, and I'm like, who the hell is up that late? Like, I know once in a while my dad, no, meaning my parents, and once in a while my dad would go into the guest bathroom downstairs instead of in the bedroom bathroom because it would have to turn on the big bathroom light and it would like shine right in my mom's face, and
Yeah.
so he'd go the other way. And I was like, so I'm like, who's up? Like, because it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, I come out and I'm upstairs, so I'm looking down the banister. Nobody's awake, and my dad is snoring.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's
like
that.
I'm like, what the hell is
Why
going?
did I do
I'm
this?
like stepping back because like the whole rest of the downstairs is dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like all I can see is what's lit by my bedroom door, and I'm like, I'm going back in my room
know
right now.
You know what's so weird about those experiences when you do that, and then like immediately in your head when the shit like hits the fan, you're just kind of like, you could have just stayed in your room. You would have been fine. This wouldn't have happened. And now
You
you
wouldn't
have
be
to,
scared.
And now you have to go back into the room and just sit there and pretending everything's okay, but it's not. No, that happened to me one time. I was when I was living with my parents. I went into the bathroom, and it was like the weirdest thing. You go in, like I'm washing my hands, and like the lights were off because I didn't want to turn them on because shine into the hallway and everything like that. And all of a sudden, like out of the corner of my eye, I just see this figure walk by, full blown figure, and it was I was all like out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, oh, it was a female. It was a female. So I'm like. And it goes, and this is the creepy part, because, like, so at the time, like, my 2 brothers moved out, so I had, like, 2 rooms. So I had, like, my man cave, and then I had, like, the bedroom. So it immediately went into, like, the man cave one. And you're like, yeah, I'm not going in there for a while, kind of thing. So it was one of those things where I'm like, okay, you're going to shut off this light, and then you do that dive, you're like, I can make this. I can get into the other room.
Yeah.
Nothing can touch me. Even though you're like, the light was in your head thinking, keeping everything away. So I remember doing that, and then the next morning I kind of like go downstairs, and I'm all like, yeah, did Aaron have a friend over? My sister, like, did she have a friend spend the night? My mom's like, no. And I'm like, okay.
You're like, and I'm scared.
Awesome.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Matthew here doesn't believe in ghosts.
I don't.
Like Zoinks, man.
I really wish I did. It would be a way more interesting world.
I don't think everybody comes back as a ghost. I don't think it's like everybody's a ghost. We don't all just, die and become ghosts. I think there is some sort of energy release.
It's energy, dude.
Yeah, it's it's always something that's tying them still to like quote unquote unfinished business, or they want to just, see someone win the Super Bowl finally.
I don't know. Part of me wonders if like the lady in the house at my mom's was like one of my dad's ex-wives or something.
Oh.
Because like honestly, like I only ever saw the ghost when my dad was alive.
Wasn't that house built on an Indian burial
shut
ground?
up. Shut up. It wasn't that. But what's weird? Okay,
They
so what's
moved
weird
the
is
headstones, but they didn't move the body.
no, but seriously, what's weird though is like so when my dad was like in his like last like week or two, he was in the hospital and he was really kind of loopy and he wasn't really like with it. Like he was upright and conscious, but he just wasn't like he'd be like out of it for a while. And he like one day my mom and I were sitting there and he looked at me and he said, "Alyssa, why is Sally here?" And Sally was his ex-wife.
Nice.
So I'm like, was this ghost like following him around or something? And maybe that's like the woman we all saw was his ex-wife? Like, because pretty much after he died, nobody ever saw anything again. Like,
Maybe.
and I'm like,
That's
that
kind
is
of that's
so
kind of interesting.
weird.
That's interesting.
Or what's that? It's like the image of someone you see before they die. Like, there's that sort of like ghost story tradition where it's like you see the image of yourself before you die, or
Right.
this person shows up before
The
you
image,
die.
the last image of whatever you saw.
I mean, though I saw the ghost in the house when I was like probably like 19 or 20, and my dad was like 23, or I was 23 when my dad died. So like this was several years before he died. So it's just one of those like weird situations where like we all saw somebody in the house. Like my mom saw it, and we all had the same like it was a woman, older woman, and it was just weird. I've seen like spooky shit at the Whaley House too in San Diego. I've had
wanna go
experiences there. You just haven't had the experience to believe.
Well, I've been to a bunch of haunted places. I've been to like the Omni Parker house in Boston.
But have you
and-
ever seen an occurrence or had something happen to you within that space?
No, I mean no. We
So like Whaley House, like if you like every now and then you'll smell like cigars and violet perfume because like Mr. Whaley smoked cigars and Mrs. Whaley wore like violet perfume. I've had that. I've smelled those things. That's not a scent you can really easily replicate in a haunted house, like in a house
in random spots.
During like a field trip for kids. Like it's not like somebody standing back there lighting a cigar going, "Let the kids smell it." Like
let the kids smell.
like it's not that. And I've seen things like move and so like it's like you have like, but I do think you have to like want to believe in those things to be open to seeing them.
Well,
Otherwise, your brain just rationalizes it as something else.
no, and don't get me wrong. Like, you want to look at the most logical explanations for everything and not jump to the, oh my God, there's a spirit out in the supernatural. But there's also some times where you sit there going, some of this stuff can't be explained. I mean, I've had my own experience when I went to Flagstaff, and there's the house that's up there in the college where it was like owned by this woman, and it's like 3 different stories, but a woman hung herself like after like her either husband left her or he died in the war, and like this whole backstory. But you talk to some of the the girls, because it's like a girls fraternity. You talk to them and they're like, yeah, like our radios would turn on in the night, or like you remove the batteries and stuff of that. If she was around, you could smell roses and like all this kind of stuff. So it's just interesting to hear, like, because even if it, like, let's put it this way, say ghosts don't exist, you have to admit there's a lot of thought and effort to go into some of these stories then.
Yeah.
Like, instead of just going like, oh, there's a woman who lives on the tracks. And it's like, what else? That's all I got. Bye. That was a pointless story.
That's horrible.
That was terrible.
I'm not scared.
Yeah, I'm not scared, and I think he mugged me.
Either that or he raped me. I can't
Yeah,
tell.
I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't feel good.
Either way, I'm throwing up tonight.
Anyways.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm getting some insight from Megan for your house. I was like, when was it built? So I'm doing my own research. I have an idea for a podcast. So.
When was my house built?
Yeah.
The Haunting of Renfro House.
What's that?
The Haunting of Renfro House.
Yes.
So when we buy a house,
Ooh,
Matthew,
episode
can we
title.
make sure that it's haunted?
No.
Can we just like can we ensure that
Put
it's
that in the contract.
like can we make sure that we buy a house that is purported to be haunted?
You're like, tell your realtor, like, only pick out the houses that either had murders in them or
Yeah, I want to
people
know.
are saying
No,
they're
I don't
haunted.
want bad hauntings. I don't want like violent ghosts. I want like
Why
nice
not? It'll be
ghosts who
fun.
just want to hang out. Like shoot the shit with me. Like
I mean, if it was like that, I'd be like, okay, like this is a thing I got to adjust to, but like,
you know what the hard part of adjusting is when your pet like just can't stand the ghost and they start barking. Like I lived
see,
in an
we-
apartment with my ex.
we don't have
and
that.
our cat used to meow at the bedroom wall. Like it would sit on top of our headboard and just meow in the corner at the wall. And then when we moved to my mom's house, the cat was there. The cat never meowed at the walls again. Like it was only in this one apartment.
that's interesting.
Like, and it would like literally just hop up on the bed and it would just stare at the wall like in the top corner and just sit there and meow. And we never could figure out why.
He's like, yo, there's rats up here, man.
Yeah, what's
There
going
are
to
rats
happen?
in the ceiling.
What's going to happen is the next rainstorm that comes through, you're going to get a leak. So if you don't take care of this now, you might as well. He's just contracting.
It's a little
That's all
fucking
he
kid
does.
contractor.
Yeah, he's all like, you see here, you don't want to hang the picture
tractor?
here. You want to, you see, there's no stud here. You want to put a nice
Cat-
nail in here.
cat
It's
attractor.
just,
Yes.
it's going to fall right down. All right, now those gutters. Sorry, I was still doing like cat construction.
Cat tractor.
What?
Contractor.
Cat contractor?
Cat tractor.
Ooh, that's kind of a
Cataractor.
cataractor? Mm.
No, because that's
It
like,
just sounds like something for your
sounds like
Cataracts.
cataracts.
Yeah.
What's up? I got the cataractor. I hope you're cataracts. Hire me.
The fuck was that?
I'm helping people.
Helping people.
No.
Creative cat.
Creative cat?
That's what it's called. Yeah, because he knows how to build the shit and put it together.
I'm gonna go with
Creative
cat
cat.
tractor. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Creative cat just sounds like
It sounds
Somebody
like an
who's-
RC cat thing.
no, it sounds like one of those like what is that? Beatnik. It sounds like a beatnik. Like you creative cat you. Exactly.
Yeah, baby.
Meow.
Creative. Meow.
Meow, baby. Meow.
Creative cat. Meow, baby.
Meow, baby.
Give us more ideas, cat.
They got no litter on me. Mm.
Oh, wow. We don't like litter here.
Oh.
Didn't you read
Just
the...
Meowston
You
powers.
read the rules, right? Litter's no go, dude. No go. No litter.
You're seriously just pussyfooting around everything with me.
Hey.
What the fuck is going on?
It's in the contract, bro.
It's in the contract? Huh?
The cat meow place. Cats, right?
Oh, Meow Mix, is that what it's called? The club's name? Or is that two on the fucking nose?
Oh my god.
Anyways,
Anywho.
Socially awkward broke tonight after a crazy
that was
cat
a-
fight.
That was a failed improv routine.
We were more on our game early in the show.
the cat's pajamas, this was not.
Get the fuck out.
See what you did there?
Yeah, we all did.
We were all in meowsery.
Oh, damn.
That was a good one.
Catastrophe.
Okay, guys. I can't think
What are you
of
talking about? It was perfect.
Perfect.
Fuck, dude. I feel like... I'm really on the tail.
You're trying to claw your way to the top?
Really on the tail end of this joke. That was a good one. Right? That was a good one. I really worked at that.
We can tell.
All right. Good night, guys. No. Hey, thanks, guys. Good for seeing you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show.
Don Butler.
Wrong show.
True.
Anyway,
Always fun to be on.
punks and dumb butlers are reserved for not another B-horror guest, which Renfro does not understand because he doesn't listen.
He's only been on it once, I think. Maybe twice, because you were on for the...
I've been on 3 times. I don't fucking know this shit.
Yeah, you were on for the It remake.
Yep.
We
Booyah.
talked about that. Then you were on for when we did the commentary for Lost Boys.
Oh, yeah.
And then I believe you were on prior to that. And I don't know if we actually saw a movie or we just like interviewed you and like how you enjoyed like movies and what certain things like scared you and stuff like that. So
I like movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Certain things scare me.
Now all I can think of is just that creepy like saxophone dude in Lost Boys with the greased up body. It's
I
just
mean,
like,
come on. It's at the carnival. Like, fuck yeah, dude. He's all like,
God.
oh,
And like the hair
like, this
was
never
horrendous.
happens at the Arizona State Fair.
I love that movie.
It will this year.
Oh, will it? I might actually go.
It's so
I've
bad.
never
it's
been.
Good. Actually, probably.
They
could
have
be
some
built.
decent concerts that come through
I've
there.
heard. I've seen.
Oh, okay, man.
He
Well,
just shut you
I
down.
know.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm in the asshole. Okay.
What the fuck just happened? The state fair, that's where it gets you, dude?
Apparently.
All right, man. Well. No, good seeing you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Always fun to come on.
Even
Even
though
though
you
Matthew
said
didn't
almost
talk.
nothing.
This is literally like, oh, did mommy and daddy just get into a fight? How do we deal with this? No, I want to say.
That's right.
I already
Does that
said.
mean I'm stuck living with mom?
Clearly.
Thanks.
I mean, I already am. So
Yeah. Anyways, thank you, Sarah and Matthew, for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Before we let you guys go, if you want to promote,
He's
where-
never letting us go, guys. Help us. We need help. Please help us.
get back in the closet.
I think only one person is listening. So
Damn it. Megan, if you're listening still.
that's the scary part. It's not Megan.
What?
It's Stalker 49623. I don't know who that is, but
You're never getting out of here, Matthew.
Who is that?
your demise. Anyways, we're all right. We have to leave January in a dark note. Where can everyone find you and look at your awesome recipes?
Yeah, search Geeks Who anywhere you want to find us. Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. We're on all the platforms, all the places.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. And Anna, thank you for being on the show.
In time.
All right, and Matt,
Nice.
I'm so glad
She's
there's
like, I live here. I don't have much choice.
I'm so glad there's a hard recording of this to have me saying how much of like this is just going to go wrong. I know exactly how this episode's going to go because the live version doesn't
Thanks
do
for
it justice
having
right
me
now.
here today.
Yes, Matthew, thank you for stopping by, and I hope everyone have a wonderful weekend or a great start to your week, depending on when you listen to this. Or Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Or Merry Christmas, or maybe even a Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah,
Happy Guy
Easter.
Fawkes
I'm not
Day.
sure when
What?
this episode's going to drop. That's what I'm saying.
If you're saying Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, and all this stuff, that's going to be like 2019. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, okay.
It got dark really fast.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait. No, we have to say, until next time, kiddos, you better tap that sass.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Shit, I'm out.
I told you the show would go off the shitter.